So we decided to do an inventory sort after all of that. And we were coming on our way back from the ship because we're just basically heading back towards town. I can't remember why we started. I think I was trying to clear out, I was trying to explore and see like that, but there wasn't anything over there except more dead fish and a waypoint. And I was trying to just make sure we'd been through all of this recently, and we're going to head back into town to check out the skull in Mortis's basement because we got the eye that goes in that socket. And I wanted to talk to the captain on the second floor of this building because we found her amulet, and I'm not sure if she wants it back or not. So, and then we need to talk to Lohar in the tavern's basement. So we want to go clear all of that up. And so I was just walking back through here to make sure we'd seen everything on the way to town and realized we hadn't been back through here since we'd gotten Spirit Sight. So maybe some of these conversations will be interesting.
The ball lazily choose non-existent card. It registers your presence.
Well, guess I should have seen that coming.
What should you have seen coming?
Of course. As soon as they set me pulling that there wagon, I should have known this was how things was going to end. Of course, I can see the future, and I did see this, but I honestly thought I was sleeping.
You're not the brightest in the bunch, are you?
That's nice of you. It's not so bad so far. Sure don't miss pulling wagons.
Can you see my future?
Sure you want to know?
Yes.
Here is your future.
The bull shakes itself, swallows the card, clears its throat.
You're gonna die.
Well, I mean, technically I've already done that. I tend to come back. So, moving on.
I'll show you.
The spirits of a magister and a dwarf are locked in ethereal combat. Their vicious blows make no impact, yet they struggle on. Mid-snarl, the dwarf spies your presence and staggers back to address you.
Sorcerer! You must hate the Reds as much as I do, eh?
Yeah.
Rightly so. Reds had sorcerers locked up tight in that caravan. And you know where they were sending them? You look like you've been there yourself.
The magister lunges for the dwarf, his exasperation clear.
Anna, you saw it with your own eyes. You know Sorcerer's Law, Voidwoken, and you know we'd all still be alive if you hadn't attacked our caravan.
I mean, we already know where the sorcerers went. We've just gotten back from that cave. So, the dwarves in this area are helping sorcerers.
Not to flip your flops or nothing, but 'tis more that my boss Lohar is against magisters than for sorcerers, if you know what I mean.
I'll take it.
The magister snorts in disdain.
Aloha, I should have known. Sorcerer, if you want to stay alive around these parts, you'll stay far, far away from that walking vermin. Though, on the other hand, maybe you should go stand near him. Maybe the Voidwoken could take him out where we failed. Ha!
We couldn't have possibly had these conversations the first time we came through here because we didn't have Spirit Sight yet. So why is the game just assuming we haven't even been to town yet? We've seen Lohar. We know where the sorcerers are. Yeah, I told the magisters about the wrecked caravan. I didn't really see where it would help them, and yeah, they gave me cash.
The magister's shoulders collapse with relief. His burden lifted, his spirit slowly fades to nothingness before your eyes.
We tried to help your kind, and you'll help those that enslaved you?
I told them that the thing was wrecked. I didn't tell them anything about the dwarves, so yeah, don't really think I helped them all that much.
Doubled over in agony, the shivering magister spirit mumbles to himself, tightly clutching 3 golden stalks in one fist. Noting the attention, he straightens, revealing insignia spelling Kinnet, and a jagged wound spilling his innards upon the ground. He reaches a ghostly hand into your chest and squeezes your heart. You become Kinnet, his memories flooding over you and replacing your own. Warmth, comfort. You are Kinnet, playing cards with your mates in a cozy barracks. You stagger to tipsy attention as a white-clad magister commands that one of your troop seek a lost caravan. It's a one-man job, a job no man wants. Your sly-eyed troop leader holds out straws to you and the others. Who will investigate? You feel the short straw and hear them shout, "Kinnit!" You know what that means. A lonely traipse in the cold dark. You dawdle and grumble all the way, sobering as you find the overturned caravan. Massacre. Your lantern reveals ravaged corpses in every direction. Inhaling sharply, you smell a thick black stench you remember secondhand from the few void-woken corpses your troops have found. As you approach a dark thicket, the stench grows stronger. In a flash of void and blood, a claw rakes savage stripes across your guts. As Kinnit dies, all goes black. Staggering back from Kinnit's deathly grasp, only your own blood now pumps through your heart. With your living eyes, you see him trembling in front of you, desperately holding out 3 straws.
It's an illusion, dude.
As your hands pass through the straws, they disappear. Kinnit weeps with relief as his wound disappears in turn, and he's restored to the model image of a strapping young soldier. He looks around, then looks at you, and then he smiles. Smiling broadly, Kinnit fades away.
Hall of Echoes, then.
Yeah, I assume. At the very least, he's not standing there trying to hold his ethereal guts in. So, probably an improvement. Okay, back to Mortis's house.
Our shields speak!
So, Laura, you literally teleported in front of me. Alright, we have to change the switches to get that pattern, so we're gonna need barrels, vases, all that kinds of stuff. So if you see anything like that, move it to the center of the room. Might need you to go find some. 'Cause I don't know if we're gonna have enough in here. Okay, so we actually need that one to be...
Evasive maneuvers!
Well, if you'd quit running into me, Quirkus. Okay, so yeah, no, not there, because that one needs to be water, which means it needs to only be triggered one time. So... maybe there. So, there we go.
I wasn't sure.
There were just enough.
junk.
Literally was just following.
They're jumping out of buses.
Okay, we got skeletons hiding inside of that, yeah. I'm very confused. Okay, they're all super separated out, which is...
You have a teleport. You seem to constantly forget you have a teleport.
Okay,
On top of that one. Yeah.
I'm ready.
Prepare. Prepare yourself. Glory is mine.
because we do physical damage.
Enough radius on that.
yield to none. Glory is mine.
Fair warning, when you slide across that, you do take damage from any surfaces you cross. Figured I'd just let you be the guinea pig on that since you seemed so eager.
And now we know, and knowing's half the battle. This whole place is on fire.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that how it always ends when we enter a place? Just, it's now on fire.
Be wary. The urns will shatter. The bones will rise.
We know. Did you miss the fact that everything around you was on fire a moment ago?
Continuing the trend of people telling us things after they're relevant.
Is accompanied by melodramatic gurgles.
Come to me.
So what do the buttons here do?
The creature murmurs a series of unfamiliar noises that amount to absolutely nothing. The creature groans unpleasantly.
Don't suppose you happened to find any books or anything while you were searching this
I
place?
found a couple books that I can send your way.
Yeah, my point is, did any of them look relevant?
More to skill research and a grumpy tome.
Yeah, send them.
This seem more relevant than most things we get.
The undead among us. The Lich. These manipulative creatures are unique among the undead, not because they may command source. Many rekindled souls draw from their own inner well, after all, but because it flows from an apparently everlasting wellspring into their bones and hollows. Several manners of harvesting a Lich's supply of source are known, though you must of course identify the creature as such before siphoning away its essence. You may recognize a Lich by its bizarrely Venus glow and haughty presence. You may learn its name by reciting this simple chant: "In the void you fell, and from void you come, reveal your truth to me." This book is filled with pages and notes on necromancy, eternal life, and the dark arts. Near the end, you find a passage detailing how to inscribe this darkness on paper. Okay. Just finding all kinds of interesting things today.
You see an undead figure chained to a torture rack, bones glowing a sickly green as if lit from within. It raises its head to look at you before lowering it again, exhausted from the effort.
Please, release me.
Yeah, that looks like a Lich.
The creature's eyes roll in your direction. Its gasps grow more urgent.
Third one.
Yeah.
The checking if you actually read it, I guess.
As it shouts forth its own name.
I am Zash. The lights may not illuminate me, yet in darkness I cannot hide.
The beast goes silent and looks toward the nearby panel.
What are those buttons for?
Light, freedom, danger. Releasing me releases them.
What do you mean?
Them?
I honestly don't know. Like, I doubt that he's benevolent, don't get me wrong, but Mortis also just seems like the type that would have captured him and experimented on him regardless. But I can ask.
The priest. Not what he claims to be. Without me, he is nothing. A worm. A grub.
He doesn't draw upon his own strength, his own source. With this contraption, he draws upon mine. Free me! Release me from Mordus' torture!
Well, Mortis is gone.
The fiend is gone then. Oh, glory to the stars! My soul, no longer his to imprison. The panel, please.
This seems like a really bad idea, but I just can't leave well enough alone, so sure.
The skeleton ekes out a crackling moan.
The panel.
Right, well, here's hoping I hit the correct buttons. Or maybe you just need to hit each one once.
Freedom. About time, too. I can't tell you how long Mordus has been draining me. I'm absolutely famished for sauce and sinew.
The creature harumphs.
You free the master of the magical arts. For that, I'll leave you alive and untasted. For demolishing Mordus's minions, I'll give you a skill book of your choice. Choose your subject.
Can you teach me more about Source? I mean, that's an option.
I offer you life and learning, and you're still begging for more? Speak.
Alright, so no, you won't.
Allow me to share some wisdom of my own.
The undead creature bears 2 rows of broken, cratered teeth.
Stay out of my way. Curse you, Mortis, and curse your blasted machine.
Yeah, I'm getting away from that guy.
The creature begged for release, but can it be trusted?
He who wakes an ancient evil must slay said ancient evil. If that's not an expression, it should be.
We need to follow it. Lucky for us, I've got a knack for finding trouble.
Let's go find the dang thing. It doesn't seem to be in here anymore. And the way it was teleporting around, I don't think I'd have been able to get a hit on it before it left, so... I have no idea where he possibly could have went.
Yeah.
So hopefully we just find him.
I'm sure we'll stumble across him eventually.
Yeah, we need to go talk to Hannah about that whole death fog delivery system that she was implicated in designing, but we also need to talk to Lohar.
Lohar rubs his forehead beneath his hood and stares at the ground. As you approach, his face hardens and he stands at his full height.
So?
Yep, we took out Mortis. Here's the amulet.
Lohar takes the amulet and turns it over in his hand. He pockets it matter-of-factly.
What did you find in the cave?
Dead dwarves, voidwoken, mind control.
Dead. More dead. And Mordus with them. I owe ya. Whole realm owes you, really. But I'll do my best to settle that debt myself. Take this key. Nicked it from the Whites. It opens a chest in the Magister Barracks, 2nd floor. Be careful getting at it. If they spot ya, it'll be lights out. Should be some good stuff in there, though. Real good.
I think we already got it, actually, but okay. There was death fog in that cave.
Yes, there's no hiding it now. It's like this. I didn't sign up to move death fog. Other weapons, even soul-forged weapons, sure. But death fog? Absolutely not. When we found the bomb on a Magister's ship, I was told to ship it to Arx along with the rest of the stuff. But I couldn't. I didn't want my people to have it any more than theirs. Nothing good can come of Death Fog. Nothing. Morders disagreed, obviously. But thanks to you, he's dead. I'll go destroy the Death Fog bomb myself. Make sure no one can get their hands on it. Ever.
Unfortunately, I think that Death Fog bomb is already on its way to Arx.
What do you mean? Do you mean... My gods, were we too late? You need to get to Arx as quickly as possible. That's where she's planning to use it. What have we done?
We'll deal with it.
I don't deserve your kindness. I should have told you before.
I don't think it would have changed the situation. We headed there pretty quickly.
No, I've got no excuse. I'm gonna do what I can to stop the Queen. I suggest you try the same. Get to Arx. End this before Justinia does. There'll be a wedding in full swing by the time you arrive. A girl named Isla and some do-nothing type. Her father's well placed, though. If anyone knows where to find the Queen, it's him. Mikhail Ross is his name. Tell him I sent ya. Arx, wedding, Mikhail Ross. Got that? Off with you then. Time ain't on our side.
I don't think we can run off to Arx right this second. And that belt has telekinesis on it, so that's what we're picking.
A lot of blood.
I was kind of hoping that maybe getting rid of Mortis would have brought her back to her senses, but evidently not. And I've still got a... Okay, there's still a quest marker.
You ain't gonna last much longer.
Oh, yeah. We picked up a letter implicating Lohar for working for the Queen of the Dwarves that apparently is arranging all the Death Fog, but apparently he turned against her, so maybe we can just give him the letter back.
I have a lot on my mind.
Found this letter. Explain.
What are you doing with that? Hand it over. That's my property.
Yeah, you know what? Who else am I going to give it to? The Magisters? I don't want to give it to the Magisters, so here.
He quickly reads over the letter, as though making sure nothing has changed.
Good you brought this to me. I'd hate to think what might have happened to you if you hadn't.
You keep threatening me, and this is not going to end well for anybody.
Why you gotta make us hurt ya?
So at this point, yeah, journey to Arx. It's going to be a while before we do that, I think. Just a lot of trying to find sorcerers. Finding the Lich, but we don't even know where to look for that yet. So Gwydion's parents are at the Black Pits. We could head that way. We could try to fight the Scarecrows again. And honestly, that's about it. I am going to go talk to the captain because we did find her compass. It's not marked on here as a quest, but it feels like there might be an interaction there.
And honestly, if you would like to dispatch that imposter now, we could. I mean...
Well, let's just go talk to Roost at some point. We have to head that way eventually. Just means doing things in a slightly different order. Well, I found your compass, but apparently you're not interested, so... I guess we don't have to give it back to you. And that 2 lucky charm, I'm gonna like the +1 lore master. I already have a much cheaper amulet that would do that, but the +2 lucky charm's kind of nice because it increases our loot. So here, compare that to what you're wearing right now. Let's see if we have you rare it. Because you don't really use strength. I mean, the Hydrosophist and Geomancer's nice, but the 2 lucky charm's also nice. So there. So I guess we're heading... We can either try the scarecrows again to clear a way up in this direction, or we can just head for the black pits, which are over here. Do you think we can try the scarecrows again? I mean, our magic armor is significantly higher.
Yeah, which
was the main. We've leveled, I think, only like once, maybe twice. So I don't. Honestly, I'd like to level just one more time because we're like 2/3 of the way to leveling again. But if we start heading into the black pits, I get the feeling it's going to probably be a little bit. It's a lot of distance to cover.